Panchajanyam Rishikesho Devadattam Dhananjayah Paundram Dadmau Mahashankham Bhima Karma Vrakodaraha. Then Lord Krishna blew his conch shell called Panchajanya, Arjuna blew his the Devadatta, and Bhima, the voracious eater and performer of Herculean tasks, blew his terrific conch shell called Pandram. A very significant word is used here to address Lord Krishna, Rishikesh. Every Sanskrit word has got great meaning. Rishik means senses and Isha means controller or master. So Lord Krishna is described here as the master or the director of the senses. We have got 5 knowledge acquiring senses by which we sense this world, we understand what is happening. And now we have created many extensions of the senses, just like the television or the newspapers. Through it, we are able to sense the things, whatever is happening in the world around us. But we have to understand the senses cannot give us absolute knowledge. The government, which has provided us televisions or the internet signals, very tightly regulates these extended senses. Whatever the government wishes, we will be able to perceive through these extended senses. In a similar fashion, Lord Krishna has given us these senses, and these senses even we can understand if we have gone through the basic scientific books. Our eyes can see a very small range of the electromagnetic spectrum, 400 to 700 or 900 nanometers. Not beyond that. That is called Vibgyor, the visible range. And then what to speak of spiritual existence? Even the personalities or the objects which emit or reflect light beyond this Vibgyor spectrum, we will not be able to see them. So our senses give a very limited perspective of this world. Thus we can never tell what is reality using our senses, even material reality. Then what to speak of spirit, which is beyond the range of all the senses. Only when Lord Krishna is willing, who is the master of the senses, our senses, mind is also considered sense, sixth sense. Mana shashthani indriyani prakriti sthani karshati, Lord Krishna explains to Arjuna in Bhagavad Gita. So just like our senses have got limitations, our mind also has got limitation, which is the sixth sense. Just like a mind of dog cannot understand anything about the advanced sciences that we study. Mind of a child cannot understand he should go to school and study to prepare for his future. He is forced to do that. Similarly, our mind cannot understand everything. Then why are we thinking by research work using our senses and mind, we will be able to understand God and spirit? Senses provide a small window to the world. Is it not common sense? Mind has got its limitations. Is it not common sense? So sometimes, some scientists who are atheistic or agnostic, actually all the real scientists, science was meant actually to discover absolute truth. What is this world all about? From where it has come? Now it has got drifted off into technology, and we are using science to create means of carnal gratification or mental gratification. But science was also meant to understand absolute truth. So you'll be surprised to know, I was surprised when I read that Schrödinger, Heisenberg, Niels Bohr, the founders of all the wonderful technology I'm speaking here, you are hearing, this revolution has come because of quantum mechanics, and they are the founding fathers. And all of them were great readers of the Upanishads and the Vedanta. Oppenheimer, Albert Einstein, all of them. But some of them who are not so enlightened, they tell these people, religious people, are having blind faith. But one scientist, I think Charles Towns or somebody else, has very beautifully told that people accuse the religious people of having blind faith, but actually the atheistic scientists are the people who should be accused of having blind faith, because they are having blind faith on their mind and senses that with this they can understand everything of this world. This is blind faith, isn't it? We understand our brain and mind has got limitations. But thinking my brain, my mind can explain me and I can understand the complete reality, and thus let me engage in research depending upon this mind and senses, this is blind faith. So just see, Vedas are so nice. So Vedas still do not depend upon your research work. You will never be able to understand absolute truth. Understand who has designed your senses. And then if he is pleased, he can change the design, and then you will be able to understand complete reality. So Lord Krishna, Rishikesh, he is seated within our hearts and is willing to give all the direction to us. He is willing to give us complete knowledge, but we do not want it. We do not surrender to Krishna. Just like the teacher cannot impart knowledge to the students unless the students surrender. They agree to take admission in the school, follow the rules and regulations, attend classes on time, wear the uniform, pay the fees. Then only they can be imparted knowledge. Doctor cannot help the patient if the patient does not surrender, agrees to be operated by the doctor. We cannot reach any place if we don't surrender to pilot. So we see that in day-to-day life also surrender is very much required. So God can give us complete knowledge and direction if we surrender to God. So thus we should be very, very eager to understand these instructions of Bhagavad Gita. Surrender means simply following the instructions. So let us first understand all the instructions and then try to follow completely. And then Krishna will take complete charge of our body. Not just he becomes director, but he becomes complete, absolute controller of a soul which is completely surrendered. And then we are led to the right actions which bring happiness to us and to everybody else.